Hello my precious everyone, welcome back to Wow Mel. Today I'm in my room doing room things. Today's video was inspired by something I saw Anya Panda do. I will link her channel in the description, but basically she has these series of videos where she kind of goes through, I don't want to say cosplay fails, but basically mine are definitely cosplay fail moments. She started this as a way for people to sort of normalize not always looking glamorous and just kind of sharing how even though you get some beautiful cosplay photos sometimes, you also get some really goofy and sometimes just straight up bad ones, and I wanted to partake in this and show that even though I do have some really awesome pictures, there are many failures, both big and small, along the way. And wow, we have made it 1 minute in and there is a plane. I would say this is a new record, folks, but it's actually not. Another reason that I wanted to film this video is actually because I struggle with body dysmorphia. I made a whole video about it a while back. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the cards. I would recommend seeing it just because it's an important conversation to have, and also it helps you learn about me a lot more and kind of understand me a lot better. I am doing this video. It is going to take a lot of courage for me because I really struggle showing not flattering sides of myself to people, but I think this will help me get a little more used to it and not try to be perfect all the time. Oh my god, my Steggy! It's okay, babe. I know in Anya Panda's video, she kind of left out the obviously messed up ones like blinking and things like that, but I'm going to include some of those, partially because they're funny and partially because I blink a ton, so we get so many photos of me blinking. It'll be a good time. We will laugh, we will bond, maybe we'll cry, I don't know. I guess to open this one up, I will show this very unflattering photo of me in my Ravenclaw getup. My sister took this for me. Usually when we do cosplay photo shoots, I'm just the model. I don't set them up myself, and my sister doesn't have much experience, but my usual photographer, who's Bianca at Creasel Photography, was not available. So we did our best, and I kind of look like an egg. We have a lot of photos from us trying to do that shoot that just turned out very poorly because we could not figure out proper angles for me. So that was a mess. Just a little side note here though, because I'm having trouble endorsing Harry Potter as openly as I used to in the past. J.K. Rowling sucks. So I just want to make that known that I do not agree with her and many things she partakes in. So these days I'm seriously having to reflect on some things. But anyways, moving on. This is not a video about that. Me and one of my best friends, Henna, also went and took some goddess photos, and while most of them turned out looking stunning, we got some good ones in there. This next photo I'm going to show you may look like some sort of joke pose I was doing because it literally looks like I was trying to film a TikTok or something. But no, I was trying to seriously pose by a tree, and this is how it turned out. Why? Why? Oh. Actually, this is foreshadowing for one of my other photos. I don't know why I thought that pose by the tree was the move. I was trying not to sit because I didn't want to get my white dress dirty because I was literally in the park, but like, ma'am, needless to say, that one did not get edited and posted, but now you all get the extreme displeasure of seeing it. This one was also from the goddess photo shoot. Where do I start with this one? Honestly, the angles, the combination of me just absolutely falling apart. First things first, of course my ear is off, which is really funny. My wig is kind of pulled up so you can see not just the wig cap to cover my hair, but like the actual inside cap of the wig. Also, my circlet is falling off, so you have your pick of that one. Also, I wanted to include this one because eyeball. We were trying to take one where I'm holding like the crab apple and then you can see my face behind it. That didn't work. Also this one, I think this one kind of speaks for itself. It's another blinking photo, but why is my face like that? Also, I leave my mouth half open all the time. I mean, it's partially a Mellaroo thing, but boy, that in conjunction with the blinking is a time. Oh my gosh, I have one of me cosplaying 6. This wasn't part of the actual photo shoot, I don't think. Or maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking of 2 different photos. Whatever that winds up being, I'll include them here as me like mid-blink and making a weird face. It's a classic. Or I know one of them, I think I was like mid-talking. This is one of the actual photos we wound up using, and though I do love it and it looks super cute, I need to draw your attention to one of my boots. It had these little steampunky gear parts that kept falling down because they were kind of velcroed on. Me and Bianca aren't always the best at remembering to make sure my outfit is fine when we're taking the photos. So this one, my shoe is actually kind of messed up and part of it fell, but we just went with it at this point. The photos were already taken, so I feel like that's something you wouldn't really notice unless you knew, but like I know. In that same vein, we have Futaba and Yusuke photos, sorry, it says like mildly cut off, that me and my sister took. I have a whole story time about how cursed my Futaba photo shoots were. You should definitely check that out, it's pretty funny. But basically the gist is that the back of my shirt wound up popping open. In most of the photos you can't tell because you can't see the back of it, and Bianca's pretty good with angles, but I wanted to include this one because although you might not think it's odd, if you actually watched the video and knew that the back of my shirt was open, you can actually kind of tell if you look closely that the shirt is kind of flapped open a little bit too much. So that's kind of funny. I do love those photos, so I posted them anyways, but it's like same with Mellaroo, like you wouldn't normally notice, but if you knew, you could see. A lot of my on photos that I really love, I never knew what faces to make, so I feel like my faces in them are kind of funny. Maybe that's just me though, I don't know. Let me know what you think about these ones in the comments, but I always felt like I was like, I still struggle with making facial expressions, but that was one of my first photo shoots, so that one was especially rough, especially because I was trying to look like sexy, and I don't think I'm really good at that. I'm like, look sexy, like what? I feel like those aren't necessarily fails, but definitely something I think I would like to improve. I also wanted to include this one that actually just happened recently, that me and Bianca dubbed the series of unfortunate events. We're trying to take photos of me spinning, but as you saw that happened earlier in this video, if you don't like spirit gum these ears on, they fly off pretty easily. I was spinning and we were able to capture in 3 parts of my ear falling off, which is great. I think this is the final one I'll be sharing today. I'm going to talk to Bianca and see if maybe she can send me some more, in which case I'll probably include them in a
mini slideshow at the end of the video.
Recently, Bianca wanted to do a mini photo shoot for her school project where I basically needed to be like the personification of a color, but the key with this one was she had to take it on film. She only had a certain amount that she could take, especially because the film like rolled. She wound up losing more than she thought. She thought she would be able to take more. So she wound up taking like 4 photos of me before she couldn't anymore, and we're like, I hope these turned out good. Like, we are working on minimal amount of content here, and lo and behold, I blinked for one of them. Bianca told me that I blink more than anybody she has ever taken photos of. And granted, she does take photos of me pretty often, but I guess I'm just a notorious blinker. The combination of the film with my outfit and the coloring and me blinking and my pose, I kind of look like a corpse, like low-key, but that's just a side note. Anyways, I know this might be a briefer video, maybe it's not. I just wanted to share some of my not so beautiful cosplay moments with you all, just so you know. It's very common to get unflattering angles, to have mistakes in your photos, and just to roll with it. Not everything can be perfect, and it's totally normal and funny to look back on. If you like this video and videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I make videos about cosplay, Dungeons and Dragons, questions and whatever other sorts of nerdy things I'm into. Also, I have a cosplay Instagram at wow__mel where you can check out my cosplays. And I also started streaming recently. I cosplay every single time I'm streaming. So if that sounds interesting to you, also check me out there. We can vibe. I would love to hear if you have any funny cosplay fail stories. Let me know in the comments and we can bond. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, my precious everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!